this car. See this? These are butterfly wings. Y'all haven't seen this car in your lives. I've been driving this around the Beverly Hills area, and I'm only 9 years old. I ain't got no license, but I ain't ever gonna get no license. What's up, it's Lil Tay. You know what the about. I ain't gotta say it. Number one, I came back after 5 years. Y'all still broke. I'm 100% independent. You try to stop me? You can't, bitch. I make it back every time. You try to stop me? You try to swap me? You can't, bitch. I come back every time, and I come back better. Who the f like me?
Hey, what is up, everybody? Yes, I returned to your phone, your computer, your TV, your tablet, or your laptop. I don't know what you're watching me on right now, but welcome back. It's me, it's Malcolm, and today I didn't expect I would ever talk about this person ever again. I have never talked about this person before, obviously, because their time was before I started making YouTube videos. But today we are going to talk about Lil Tay and her return to YouTube in this music video and the accusations against her father and his wife, and all that stuff, right? So just a little background before we get into that. Who is Lil Tay? Like, who is this character? Like, who was this person that really gained a lot of views from? I don't really know what to categorize Lil Tay as, but let's just say Lil Tay was part of that group of kid social media people that were acting ignorant on purpose for views. This was around the time of the Woah Vicky era, if you remember Woah Vicky. This is also the time of the Cash Me Outside girl, Daniel Bergoli. If you remember those two people, Lil Tay was actually part of that era as well. So all three of them at once were basically doing the same type of behavior, basically profiting off of just kind of being like a bad kid online, and people were eating it up. And what happened to Lil Tay, you might ask? Well, I think it was 5 years ago was the last time Lil Tay was like really posting anywhere. So 5 years ago, Lil Tay's whole character, charade, whatever you want to call it, got exposed online. One of the first things was, I think her mother resigned from the car dealership that she worked at because she was using videos and the Lil Tay videos back in the day. So like all those cars back in the day that you saw Lil Tay flexing in, talking about how she paid 200 racks for it and all that stuff, which I don't know how I don't understand how people believe this character to be real back in the day, because clearly it was like a big goof, a big joke. Like Lil Tay being 9 years old at the time, like 9, 10, 11 years old, you really think a 11-year-old, 9-year-old, whatever you want to say, like her age was, you really think a car dealership would let a little girl buy a car? Yeah, a lot of people thought Lil Tay's mom actually got fired from the dealership, but actually in reality, Lil Tay's mom resigned. I don't know if Lil Tay's mom was embarrassed or they asked her to resign and try to like make this like a peaceful manner. I'm not sure exactly how that all went down, but I do know that she did not get fired, like a lot of people believed. Her mom did resign. Also, her brother was also exposed in a video. I don't know how this video got leaked, but I did find the video. I think Keemstar posted it on his Twitter a couple years ago, so that's where I got it from. But basically, Lil Tay's brother was basically like coaching her on what to say in videos and like how to say it. So I'm just gonna roll that for you right now.
Wait, go back and say like, no, you broke ass bitch. You still, you out here, you were out here like with your irrelevant ass. You making a video on me? Like, bitch, I'm way more relevant than you. You're trying to be relevant, and you're trying to be like me.
Mommy, stop! I was filming! Lil Tay be popping on YouTube right now.
No. Redo. You need to be, like, more ignorant. You have to be like, ooh, Lil Tay out here. Wait, what did he say again?
You still irrelevant, like I said last time. What do I say? I'm a trend maker, and you a trend follower. You a Lil.
And I just kind of want to go back to the mom resigning from her car dealership job real quick, because I found in one article, and it says, according to Global, a Canadian news outlet, because I think Lil Tay and her family are from Canada. Could be wrong. She did have a post about how she was living in Atlanta and all this stuff, which obviously that, you know, that's all fake. That's all for show. So according to Global, a Canadian news outlet, Tien resigned from her position as a realtor after it had become clear that she was using her boss's cars in Tay's videos. According to David Yang, the managing partner of Pacific Evergreen Realty, Lil Tay's mother had asked if it was alright for her children to take photos with this Mercedes 500 SL, to which he initially did not see a problem with. When he realized that Tien was filming her daughter in inappropriate Instagram videos, he says that he felt, quote, taken advantage of, unquote, noting that he would never have let Tien use the car had he known the intended purpose. It's like a weird theme with the whole family, and we're gonna get to the dad in a second, because the dad, we're gonna get there. But it just seems like the whole family was taking advantage of Lil Tay, try to make like money off of her, basically trying to get like a free meal ticket. And this isn't uncommon, and I know this is probably like an extreme case of family taking advantage of like their celebrity child, or whatever you wanted to call Lil Tay. It's not uncommon for families and parents to try to live through their children, especially if those parents like didn't do as well as they wanted to do in life. It's one of those things that I feel like doesn't get talked about enough, where like parents, family members take advantage of those that they can see succeeding, and definitely try to piggyback off that. What I can tell now, Lil Tay has like reconciled, or I don't even want to say reconciled, because I don't think there was like an issue between them. It was just Lil Tay, her dad, and his wife, from what I can see so far. But her mom and her brother seem to still be in the picture. And I'm gonna show you a picture a little bit later, because I think they were both in Lil Tay's music video comeback. I don't even know what you want to call it, but Lil Tay did release a music video. We'll get to that, because the public's response to that music video has been, yeah, disturbing. Let's go with that. But yeah, I just think this whole phenomena of parents taking advantage of children is nothing new. But I think in the Lil Tay case back in the day especially, it was definitely something that just kind of raised a lot of eyebrows. And I guess when I say like the ignorant, I guess it's not really an ignorant era. It was just the era of like all these young people, definitely under the, like all these minors, just definitely acting up for the cameras, like getting views off of it. And it worked. Like, say the characters were annoying, say like you didn't like them, say what you will, but back in the day, that stuff worked. And I think the closest comparison to a modern day Lil Tay would probably be Brit Barbie. And if you don't know who Brit Barbie is, that is the period girl. And I'm gonna get to this point a little bit later, but I feel like the whole fake persona and the fake character thing. I feel like the internet's kind of over that stage of, over that age of internet culture. So Brit Barbie, the period girl, whatever you want to call her, I remember that she kind of fell off because she, like Lil Tay, was definitely like presenting herself to like be about that life, you know, be about, you know, I'll beat somebody up, blah, blah, blah. But I think there was a incident at a mall where Brit Barbie got into an altercation. She came out on the losing side of it. And ever since then, people have kind of been clowning her, and basically they kind of moved on from Brit Barbie. And ever since then, she's just kind of not really been posting anything. And Brit Barbie was also kind of a character because like she kind of like did unboxing videos, and like you could hear her real voice. So you know, some young people are still trying to do the fake persona thing, like the act outlandish thing to get views. But like I said, it just feels like the internet culture is moving past that, and they're kind of tired of it. I mean, I'm probably going to eat my words because Lil Tay, looking at the music video views, it seems like, you know, 5-6 million views is actually nothing to laugh at. When it comes to longevity, I just don't see it, but I'm going to get to that point a little bit later. How did we get to where we are today, where we have police reports, we have news articles, she's calling her dad on Instagram Live, like what? How did this all transpire is, I guess, what you guys are trying to figure out, right? So I noticed a couple months ago, because this hoax or whatever happened, I think it's happened in August and it's October now, so about 2 months ago, I saw this post on Lil Tay's Instagram, and it read as the following. So the post reads as follows and says, "It is with a heavy heart that we share the devastating news of our beloved Claire's sudden and tragic passing. We have no words to express the unbearable loss and the indescribable pain. This outcome was entirely unexpected and has left us all in shock. Her brother's passing adds an even more imaginable depth to our grief. During this time of immense sorrow, we kindly ask for privacy as we grieve this overwhelming loss, as the circumstances surrounding Claire and her brother's passing are still under investigation. Claire will forever remain in our hearts, her absence leaving an irreplaceable void that will be felt by all who knew and beloved her." Just gonna clear this up now. This was a hoax. This was fake. This was not real. Lil Tay and her brother are obviously alive and fine. As far as who posted this fake hoax on her Instagram, Lil Tay has gone and stated that it was her dad that posted this. And like I said, we're going to get to the dad because we're going to be talking about a bit of heavy stuff. Like we're going to be talking about, you know, SA, we're going to be talking about child neglect, not child neglect. We're going to be talking about like child endangerment, like things like that. So it's going to get a little bit heavy in a second, but like I just wanted to like add on context to like get this timeline right. So after the fake hoax, death hoax, whatever you want to call it, came out, and I think one of the first people, like first creators that I saw really call this out and say that like, you know, this death is a hoax. I think his name was I think it was Sethical. And Sethical is definitely one of my favorite content creators out there right now. And he did bring up a lot of good points on how this like the Instagram post was fake, and he did get like grilled for it at the time, but of course, as we see now, he was right that it was fake. And Lil Tay also, like I said, exposed her dad like on Instagram Live, and basically Lil Tay was like accusing her father of abuse and like inappropriate behavior, and she did say a lot. So the video is out there. I definitely forgot to grab it and link it, but just it's gonna be out there if you look it up. It's like a 24-minute Instagram live. It's like the whole live is 24 minutes long, talking about all the allegations and the police report. And in this article, it says, like, you know, people were initially confused about what was happening and asked the social media star to say something about the drama surrounding herself and her family. Lil, whose real name is Tay, eventually got to talking and aired out the full clip on her father, Chris Hope, and accused him of committing inappropriate sexual behavior with multiple women in front of her. I just gotta say, holy hell, that's just one thing, right? That's just one thing. I feel like maybe I'm tripping, maybe I could be wrong, but I really don't remember hearing about the dad. I don't remember hearing about her dad even 5 years ago. All I remember is that her mom and her brother were one of basically the main people pulling the strings behind the scenes. I don't remember hearing anything about her dad, actually. So this definitely caught me off guard when I read it, and I was like, when I heard about it, I was like shocked. And I take stuff like this very seriously. I know that, you know, a lot of the Lil Tay stuff is fake. I know the character is fake, but when it comes to actual, like, serious stuff like this, I don't take it lightly. I take it very seriously. Like, if you've watched my channel before, I definitely talk about these kind of topics a lot. And I believe Lil Tay when she says that these things happen. I'm always gonna believe the victims. If, you know, hey, if it is another publicity stunt, like, you know, egg on my face, but as of now, I believe her. And then she continued on in this article talking about Honey Hope, which I'm guessing is her father's wife. And it says the following. It says, she also accused one of the women named Honey Hope of physically abusing her and providing photos of her bruises. Tay also showed pictures of rotten food that was allegedly prepared by Honey, and also claimed she was given worn out shoes to wear while her father brought Honey designer shoes. Which, what the hell? And then it says, they were always playing sexually inappropriate moves in front of me. This is from the Instagram Live. I do remember this. She said, and she would always take her anger out on me. She punched me, pinched me, and Chris shoved me. She added, it was the middle of the night and I was awakened by them. They were next to me and she had her hand on my leg. They didn't care. Wow. Oh boy. That's just so sad. When it comes to child support, Lil Tay claimed her father owes her over $250,000 and she hasn't seen 1 cent. Tay also claimed that Chris Hope has a history of abusing her mother. He allegedly shoved her into walls and punched her while abusing Tay's brother. And this is something I just don't take lightly. I find this to be extremely sad, extremely, like, disgusting. Like, even reading it, I just felt, you know, weird. But I am glad that, you know, Lil Tay is speaking up about this, because this, you know, being, I think she's 15, 16 years old now, being this young and, like, speaking up for yourself when it comes to things like this, I do applaud that. Like, I have no jokes here. I'm usually a jokey jokester. I have no jokes here. Definitely mad respect to Lil Tay for, like, speaking up about this. So we get to, like, who was in charge of the death hoax, and like I said, Lil Tay claims that her father was behind it. And in the Dexerto article, it says the following: that Lil Tay was making headlines when a death hoax she claims was orchestrated by her father set the world alight. And she alleged that her father abused her leading up to the death hoax following a cryptic series of Instagram live streams. And I think my kind of question is, was this kind of like a cover-up in case he was gonna do something to Lil Tay and her family? Or, like, I'm very confused, like, what the point of the death hoax was then. Because a lot of people, I mean, I understand, like, where they're coming from. A lot of people believe that the death hoax was just a thing to promote her comeback in her music video. Again, I just don't feel comfortable saying that like she did that for that reason. If it was a publicity stunt, once again, egg on my face, but I just don't see in 2023 people still doing that. It just seems like if it wasn't true at this point that he was the one that like posted that on her Instagram, he would have probably came out by now, because as we all know, being right in the public eye is more important than just like being a good person. And then another paragraph in the article says, Lil Tay promised a live stream that discussed the hoax involving her death. However, in lieu of that live stream, she instead began marketing a brand new single, Sucker for Green, which is the music video I was talking about earlier. Many of her fans are related to see her doing well and back to making music as she was before, but some others are a bit more skeptical. I can see the point of that this was all fake, it was all for views. Like, some people are saying that the police report is fake. Some people are saying that like the whole blaming the dad is just like a cop-out. I don't feel comfortable saying that. I think that, I mean, she did provide photos. The photos are fake. Again, egg on my face. But again, I just don't believe that she would just throw out all these allegations and pictures if there wasn't something going on or there wasn't something that was happening. But that's just my personal feel on that. So for those people that are saying like she faked all of this for like a music video comeback and for views, I'm just going to say I disagree. Yes, she has a history of like faking stuff, but when, like I said, it comes to like serious crimes, I just think even Lil Tay would not stoop that low, you know? And this is coming from someone that has criticized the character of Lil Tay, like the character of Vicky, the character of Daniel Bergoli. Like, from someone that has criticized these characters, like the one thing I just don't feel comfortable doing is like saying that, you know, the trauma that they're going through is fake, you know? After all of that, right? After the death hoax, after the Instagram lives, Lil Tay actually released a music video called Sucker for Green. And right now, after 2 weeks of it being up on her channel, it has amassed millions of views, and it's actually like number 80 something trending as the time of me recording. So it's still a pretty popular video. Like, a lot of people are like giving it engagement because they're just kind of like cracking jokes, which, you know, but a lot of people were like, wait, weren't you dead? I'm very confused. I thought you were dead, blah, blah, blah. Like, it was a lot of like, I thought you were dead comments that I saw. And I'm not going to show the music video because, for obvious reasons, because the response to Lil Tay's, I guess, being older and new look has brought out the worst, the worst in people, because the amount of like men, especially grown ass men, that have commented on Lil Tay's body as a minor. By the way, she is a minor, by the way. The amount of people that have commented on Lil Tay's body and just like, it's just so, and saying that she got a BBL and all this stuff, I'm like, you're talking about, at the end of the day, hater or lover, you're talking about a child at the end of the day. And I think it's so weird that all these people on the internet are talking about a 15, 16-year-old girl's body, like really sexually and really, like, it's so gross. And that's kind of like the main point of my video is like, why do we have to, on the internet, why do we always have to sexualize things that aren't really that, how do I say it? Like, people are sexualizing Lil Tay in this music video when it really isn't necessary and it's not warranted. People are saying, like, you know, she's a child, she shouldn't be dressing like that and all this stuff, which personal opinion, I didn't look because the comments made me feel weird for even like looking at the video. I've still not seen the music video, but I did grab a screenshot from the music video, and as you can see here, I think it's on the right side, that is Lil Tay's mom, and then on the left, I think that is her brother. And again, this is just going to show that, you know, dad is definitely not in the picture. Like, and I don't think the police report and stuff was fake. I think they really did cut ties with him, and rightfully so. But overall, the music video is, I mean, I really don't have any comments about it. I heard like snippets and saw like clips here and there. I didn't see the whole music video because, again, people on the internet just made it weird and just like gross. Even though they're the ones that sexualized it. She didn't even do anything sexual from even the little bit of stuff that I saw. Nothing was like overly sexual to the point where it was like warranting a negative response. And when it comes to, I guess, like when it comes to minors on the internet, I feel like the internet still has a long way to go, because it's just like, just because like you don't like her as a character, or you don't like the shtick, or like the throwing in the money, the calling you broke thing, like if you don't, like I get that people don't like that stuff and that's not like their cup of tea, but that still doesn't give you a right to like dog on her, I guess. If you want to criticize the character of Lil Tay and be like, you know, the character of Lil Tay is inappropriate and things like that, that's perfectly fine. I think that's fair. But I guess the comments about her body just kind of invalidate like a lot of opinions, because like why are we discussing if she got a BBL? Like, why are we discussing this? Why are we discussing if a minor got surgery on her body? That's weird. That's so gross. Let's not do that. And I guess my final thought, because I've been rambling on too long. I've been going on for about 30 minutes now. I guess my final thought about all this is, like, the character of Lil Tay, we all know it's fake, right? Like, the character of Lil Tay has been proven to be fake. So, like, all the money, all the cars, especially back in the day, were proven to, like, not be as legitimate as people thought. Again, I don't know who, as an adult at least, I don't know who as an adult was really buying into this character. Kids, sure. Like, people under the age of 18 probably definitely bought into this and probably even modeled their behavior behind it. I don't know. But as a character, like Lil Tay as a character, like, we know that it's like one big goof and one big gag, and like we know it's not real. I just personally do not see like Lil Tay as a character making it like surviving on the internet much longer. I feel like a heavy rebrand is coming. I don't know why I feel that. I just do. Because I can't imagine Lil Tay at 21 or even 18 doing the same things and saying the same things she is now. Like, the way the internet is working now, especially after the pandemic, is you either move with the times or you don't. And like I said about Brit Barbie earlier, she kept doing the same like period ad, period other thing for like a while, and to the point where people just kind of got annoyed by it and moved on. So could this be the same thing for Lil Tay and her character, where people get sick of the shtick and say, okay, we've seen this before, like, what are you gonna do next? You know? And I really thought I was gonna like get on Lil Tay harder, but honestly, I think the response to Lil Tay and, like, again, the comments about her body, her dad just being a complete piece of shit, it just felt wrong to kind of criticize her even more than I already have, which, again, I'm not a fan of the character. I think the black scent is just a little too much for me. The whole era of acting ignorant for views, I think that era has passed, especially with kids doing it, because like when the act is revealed to be fake, or like the act is revealed and like the curtain is lifted, it's definitely one of those things where, yeah, it would be cool to like relive this era of, you know, the Lil Tay era, the Cash Me Outside era, but we're never gonna get back to that, you know. And I feel like Lil Tay is like gonna rebrand herself. Like she's already started, she's been doing her normal voice in some videos, and then she does like the Lil Tay voice in other videos. So I think she's also understanding that like the character is gonna slowly fade out, and that she's gonna do what she actually wants to do. And I really can't really dunk on her because, one, she's a minor, so I can't really like heavily criticize a kid for doing like kid things, being ignorant for views. I really can't criticize that, you know. Now, if Lil Tay was an adult doing all these things and using black scent as an adult, I would criticize her more. But at this point, I feel like it's the mom's responsibility at this point. But as we have already seen, nobody's really looking out for her except, I don't know, actually. She did say that, you know, her mom, she loves her mom. Like, you can tell from, I think she posted something somewhere, I think it was on Twitter, about her mom, like, being her rock and stuff. So, you know, it feels like there's some genuine love there. Probably the same thing with her brother, too. But when it comes to her dad, yeah, screw him. I hate him. Well, I don't hate him, I guess. I don't know. Screw him. He sucks. He's awful. Piece of shit. Once again, it is Malcolm. That's me. Thank you for watching my other video about Sniper Wolf. It hit the algorithm, and I've gotten more views on that video than I have on other videos in the past year, so thank you for that. If you're new, welcome. If you're old, also welcome. I missed you. I hope you're doing well. And I guess without further ado, everybody, once again, it is Malcolm. That's me. I wish you well. I wish you good health. And I will see you again next time.